Guys, today is Monday the 8th of September. As we begin a new week today, what I'm going to be doing is basically just giving you a quick breakdown of the charts and obviously going through some of the things that I've been offering. Like see that some of you guys have really been benefiting from the bot, from the trading system, and from a lot of other things that I've been showing you guys as well. With that being said, let us dive straight into the chart. We're looking at its EU. So if we're looking at EURUSD, obviously we have to identify where price is actually coming from, and we can see that price is coming from all the way down here. Some would argue and say that perhaps this is boom level 1 and this is level 2, which could be, but right now I'm just gonna go with what's making more sense to me, which is just to box in this whole area, and then I'm gonna see as price goes how I'm gonna react accordingly. With that being said, we can actually identify that we had level 1, level 2, level 3, and then extended level to the high, and then price came down, and you can see how, like, after price coming down, this is basically like some sort of reset. If you put the EMA, I think we can actually identify that actually price EMA crossed somewhere over here. The 13 and the 50 EMA crossed over here, signaling perhaps this is all level 1 over here, and then from that point signaling our level 2, another cross again, and then obviously we might be expecting some sort of consolidation before we can actually hit our level 3. We might be expecting like some sort of consolidation so that we can hit that level 3 and then complete our cycle. So with that being said, being aware of what we want to see price happen, that doesn't guarantee that's exactly what's going to happen. However, we now have an idea of how we are going to be approaching the charts, and that's the important thing, having a directional bias. And with having a direction bias, now what you are looking for is confirmations. And what kind of confirmations will we be looking at? Basically some sort of stop hunts and fake moves, so that we can actually execute on that. So with that being said, obviously we can see that we had our level 1 or level 2. This is our peak formation low, even though for now I'm just going to do it like this. Our peak formation low somewhere over here. Sorry about that. Obviously, having identified this, what we want to do, we want to dive into a much smaller time frame. So we're going to be going to the M15 time frame, and obviously let me just put the time zones back. And with the time zones back, we can actually see that, okay, this was actually a W formation as the fake out happened after the Asian. Essentially what we would be expecting is to see price to come out of the Asian, come down a bit, give us that stop hunt. But just as I mentioned, this might be actually a consolidation. This could be like this, you know, a consolidation before we can actually take to the high. So what we're going to be doing on this certain pair is just waiting for the perfect opportunity and the perfect timing. Obviously there are a lot of different ways to approach this. One of them could be, let me actually adjust my Asian session real quick. 1715. One of them could be actually targeting the Asian high. What do I mean by that? Like basically, if you can target the Asian high, which is one of the setup that they usually do from time to time. These guys, they have a list of different setups and trap moves that they use. So being aware of that keeps you ahead of the competition. So sometimes they like to come and bounce here, hit and give us like a W formation off of the Asian high, so that we usually execute on that as well. But in this case scenario, it ain't clear yet. Sometimes they give us a W formation off of the Asian midline, but since right now we are just looking for confirmations, we still have to wait. So let us dive into a second different pair. So since I'm done with EURUSD, I'm going to put it on top. Let me just take a quick look at GBPUSD to see if we can find something. Nothing. And okay, we're going to be looking at GU. From my point of view, we can see that we clearly can identify our W formation, which is all the way over here. And having identified our W formation, now we know that this is our peak formation low. So now that we have our peak formation low, what is it that we will be expecting? 3, 2 to 3 days of rise or 2 to 3 days of item drop, right? So in this point, in this case scenario, we have a peak formation low, so we are expecting 2 to 3 days of rise. So with that being said, we can actually identify our first consolidation zone after a level of rise. So we're just going to box in this and make it black. And with that being said, obviously, let me just mark also the day so that it can be easier for you guys. I can already see this with my naked eyes, given that I've been using this strategy for quite a long time, and I have now developed enough knowledge, and I'm now good enough at this strategy to be able to identify these things. So obviously we have our level 1, and then we have our level 2, and if you can really see it, we had day 1 of rise, just as I mentioned, 2 to 3 days of rise or drop. Day 1 of rise, price went up and then consolidating, so we don't count this. And day 2 of rise. So having day 1 and day 2 of rise right now, we can actually identify this, and obviously I'm just going to box this in real quick. So having boxed this in real quick, we can actually see that right now we're just gonna put 1 on this one, and then we're just gonna put 2 on this one. So obviously we now understand that we have our level 1, we have our level 2. So just as on EU, as we had looked previously on EU, we are looking for price to give us that third level to the high, so that we can actually complete our cycle, so that we can have our level 3, right? So with that being said, we are now looking for some sort of confirmation as well, which is like a stop low. They should hit the low or something of that sort. So in this case scenario, they started as they opened, they're going upside, so I'm not really interested in that unless price decides to come to the Asian high and give us that W formation off of the Asian high. Then it would be a confirmation for me to take a quick buy, even though I also don't like to execute trades on Mondays, given that Mondays, that's when most of the trade moves actually happens. So with that being said, we now have like these two pairs that we are going to be looking throughout the week, GBPUSD and EURUSD. And obviously now also I'm looking at US30, and from my point of view, whilst let me just duplicate this tab and put the EU on the side, so that we know we have our 3 pairs that we're going to be looking at towards this week. So obviously we are also looking at US30. So US30, we have a peak formation low, and for peak formation low, it's over here right now consolidating. Honestly, what I would like to see on US30 is if price comes down over here and gives me a quick rejection off of here, then it would validate some sort of my setup over here. Let me see, why is the box? Yeah, it would certainly validate my setup if it come down to the low, give us that stop hunt to the low, and then we would be interested in taking highs. So that's it, guys. I wanted to make this quite short. Obviously there's a lot of things that I still want to share with you guys, like my copy trading that I've been running. Is still like we've been securing a lot of profits. So all of you guys who are still learning but still want to earn something and have a minimum capital of $300 in your account, you can get access to my copy trading, and you guys can also start benefiting from the same trades that I actually be executing. Obviously you guys get to keep 80% of the profit, and 20% goes to me. This is a way that I can help and give back to you guys for all the support. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and share, as our goal is to actually expand and grow this specific what do you call it, page, right? So let me just show you guys real quick how the copy trading has been behaving. Currently this is my copy trading. This is my copy trading. You can see win rate 69, maximum daily return 16, return of 14.72, monthly risk burned. Daily the maximum risk was like 6%, monthly 7%. So I started recently, so it hasn't I haven't been operating on it for a year yet, so there's nothing on the yearly. So with that being said, you can get access to this copy trading. Obviously you can just reach out, join the Telegram channel, reach out to me, and you can get access to the copy trading. And I had stopped giving access to the bot. However, due to a lot of you guys reaching out to me, I'm going to be opening a form which qualifies only those that are serious, only those that really want the system. They can still get a free 3 month trial, but it's only for a few individual. Opened a form a couple days ago and literally filled up in minutes, and everyone got access to it. And with that being said, yeah, for the system you need at least a minimum of 1k or more initial capital. The more the better, which qualifies you to even get the free trial. So with that being said, guys, this is it for today. I wanted to make it quickly and short. Catch you guys on the next one.